Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Queen's Wish 2. I was briefly confused as I loaded the game why I was standing here not healed. I hadn't turned in these quests, but then I remembered that I actually went ahead and killed those last remaining enemies. They didn't give me anything special, as expected basically. And they also went down, I believe, without any resistance whatsoever, despite being somewhat armored human enemies, so yeah. I could have definitely included that on video. That took like a minute. So, yeah. Anyway, we are here to turn in those two quests, which were... Will I remember? Who am I kidding? Let's just see. Scama Mines. Treasure Shore, yes. The Merchant in Ceylon, in fact. And the Achaemenid Border. Stalker Alim. Stalker Alim. Was were they in here? No. What do we have? Barracks. That would make sense. Sounds likely. Yes. I've removed the brigands from the Achaemenid Road, including the Havenite. I guess that message, or the dialogue here might be slightly different. Well, it would certainly be different depending on whether I actually let him get away or, killed him, as in this case. You tell the tale. Alim is surprised and pleased. Honestly, I did not think that those with power over us were capable of improving things anymore. Allow me to pay you a fair bounty. He gives you a high lethan scourge. Oh, okay. At first, I thought that sounded like a bad thing, but a scourge. Okay, gotcha. Not that I think I'm going to use it, but, well, not a very fancy one. So long as it's effective, it doesn't need to be fancy. It is a weapon of terror and intimidation, perfect for Haven. He also gives you a flask of clarity brew. Oh, nice. So that you can see as we do. Not that I'm planning to drink it, but I'm gonna use it. Thank you. Any more bounties? No, I'm sorry. It is not good for me to be seen as too close to Haven. I am in a difficult position in a difficult time. Fair enough. 300 XP, and I guess the weapon and... Well, the brew almost certainly was a bonus for, I guess, actually killing the guy instead of just letting him run away. Oh, we're pretty full on stuff here. The Scourge might always be part of the reward, who knows. Unfortunately, I mean, I would actually kind of like to use something that's not a sword, just because swords are kind of boring. I mean, they get the job done. And this one is obviously pretty good. Despite being pretty basic. But yeah, the problem is that all these special weapons, while having some kind of bonuses, just don't have the huge advantage, in fact the basically necessity of providing rune slots. And yeah, I don't know, it's just, I can't imagine ever going for a weapon that does not have any rune slots. I mean, could it be that, I mean, I guess it could be that there is a weapon good enough, and this one does have a 10% chance for bleeding built in. That's true. I mean, 29 to 45 damage. It's actually... I'm gonna juggle items around, I guess. This Scroll of Calling. No, we definitely don't need 2 Scrolls of Might on one person. This one, I guess I'm just gonna use... Maybe. Let's see here. So, base damage... Which doesn't include... No, never mind. So this one does not actually... Currently our weapon doesn't actually have a rune that increases damage. Only hit chance in the bloodletting. I'm guessing that the built-in bleeding effect from the Scourge is actually better than a single bloodletting rune. Also, it has a 10% stun chance, which is actually quite good. It does come with a speed penalty, though, of course. That is a bit of a downside. Then again, it does have the extra hit chance already built in, so really we're not actually losing any effects by losing the rune slots. Presumably... I mean, I can't imagine that a single stack of bloodletting is equivalent to a 10% chance of bleeding. I would guess that it's closer to 5%. It certainly doesn't feel like 10%. I mean, at that point, or at this point, I would be at 50% bloodletting chance, and that's certainly not as much as I'm seeing. So I'm assuming that 10%, that the 10% bleeding effect is actually better than the Bloodletting rune. Plus, it has the hit chance built in. It does come with a speed penalty and with less damage. Is it significant enough? I mean, I don't know. It's an extra 4 damage. Exactly. So basically, we're missing the 3 physical damage, and otherwise it's almost identical. The 3 physical damage that are somehow built into this broadblade. As opposed to just being part of the basic damage. I'm not really sure why it's, you know, why it works that way. Oh, also, it already has a 5% hit chance, as I only now noticed somehow. So never mind. We are losing 5% hit chance. But still, I mean, I'm almost tempted to actually use this. Except we are losing some basic damage. But the speed penalty, though. No, I recently got rid of speed bonus somehow. Didn't I? What did I do? I know I changed something. Yeah, now he's down to only 3% speed bonus, and that is before upgrading to a better shield. And that is worrying me just a little bit. I mean, again, I guess as I argued last time, I vaguely remember doing so anyway. In most combats where it matters, we're going to have our speed buff going. And we can always apply our own, right? Yeah, blessing and haste, if we really need to. So it's not really that much of an issue, but I certainly don't... I would prefer not to be in the negative speed without any buffs, right? Because that means that any basic enemy will be at an advantage over me. And that kind of sucks. Okay. Just minor thefts as usual, but not in the areas where it matters, so that's fine. Merchant. Merchant? Nope. Here? Yes, indeed. I reclaimed the Askama mines for you. Okay. Shore nods gratefully. I already received news. The mines are active again, and you will be paid well in iron. As he speaks, you note that his customers are whispering angrily to each other. Shore notices too. And that should be the conclusion of this business. Thank you, Haven. I wish you luck in your travels. Whispering angrily, but probably not necessarily at me. Well, maybe for helping them, but because they are kind of outsiders here, right? And they're not really well liked. And I guess the locals were more or less happy about them having run into the misfortune that they did. Okay. Wood, well, I guess we have plenty of wood, but the iron is definitely a welcome addition. Plus a decent chunk of experience, of course, as always. Actually really close to the next level up already. Amazing. We have plenty of iron. Well, not plenty, but some wiggle room there, and yeah, some quicksilver to work with. I guess I more or less decided to spend that on another alchemist, right? I seem to remember deciding that at some point. And we have so many resources, so many of these resources here, that I think we should be able to... Well, we are definitely going to be able to buy a couple of those upgrades as we visit the tower the next time, which I'm planning to do for another reason as well, the quest, that is. I want to sell stuff because we're actually really full here. So yeah, I mean, this Bronze Scourge is almost good enough. I mean, I suppose it's only a Bronze Scourge, and there's almost certainly a better one, and, you know, a better one with better base damage and maybe even slightly better, I don't know, either chances or, you know, somehow better passive effects. Might actually be tempting, despite the speed penalty. It's definitely worth considering. This one, I feel like just barely does not make the cut. But it's close. Of course, we are also going to get better swords, so, you know, eventually. So there's that. This one here, oh yeah, right. Of course, we got this one for even more bloodletting. Right, and with that we are at 1, 2, 3, not here, 4, 5, yes, okay. But theoretically, I suppose, we could get at least a necklace with extra bloodletting. That probably exists. Oh wait, we have this. Right, we have 6 stacks of bloodletting. So if my theory is correct, that might be 30% chance to bleed on a normal attack, or on any attack. Pretty good. Pretty good. This one, yeah, as much as I like just straight up damage increases, I think I'm going to keep these resistances, because they're also really nice to have. This one is just not good. Yeah, this one is... I like the speed bonus, but... Stun resist. Nah, it's fine. Just sell it. I thought about it before. I'm not... There's no point in really stressing out too much over that kind of decision. It's not really going to make that big of a difference in the end. That kind of min-maxing might be necessary, or definitely more necessary on, say, Torment difficulty, but we're doing absolutely fine. Really, it's been a while since I ran into any real difficulty, right? I mean, earlier on when I was intentionally trying to tackle areas that were clearly slightly above my level, that was tough, but, you know, for very obvious reasons and for my own fault, really. But as long as I'm dealing with areas that are appropriate level, enemies don't tend to be too tough. I suppose recently things seem to get kind of tight, but then it actually turned out that we were done with the dungeon after all, and our energy was just fine. So, yeah. As I said, not really worth stressing over these, over the min-maxing. Anyway, we're back here. Let's, yeah, we need to pass through here anyway on the way up to, what's its name, Faalis, was it? So let's, take a look at these things here. 8 to Thought. Huh. This is kind of minor. In fact, I mean, it's basically redundant, or basically not even going to have any kind of effect, unless this somehow gets added on top of the soft cap, or maybe even hard cap of 90%. I guess if it's a hard cap, then obviously it's not going to get added, so this would be a waste for most characters. I think we're almost all of us are at 90% metal resist at this point. Yep. And he's only not there because he does not actually have the second level of Resolve of the Row, which is kind of nuts. Stun resist, yeah. Also, actually, almost everyone is soft capped. I mean, she's not. But then this 8 to Thought does not actually give resistance to that. So there's that. Let's see here. Charity for the Row. Tiny amount of valuable resources will improve their opinion of you a little bit. I mean, I'm just gonna get this at this point, right? Not sure what that's gonna do. Well, maybe it makes more sense to buy something more powerful first to make sure that we have enough resources for that. But I mean, we have plenty for now. Slightly reduces theft of resources. That is nice because we are actually gonna get more theft as we rebuild more fortresses, because that creates unrest. So this will help offset that. That's another 2%. Oh, right. I mean, this would be nice if it wasn't for Resolve of the Row. I suppose if you're only planning to go to level 2 diplomacy, that does give you a 4% bonus, which is of course absolutely laughable compared to the 60% that you get from this, plus the 60% stun resist. Yeah, that's just nuts. For a while recently, I was also really considering maybe going for all the way to level 4 diplomacy to basically negate any theft chance, I believe, at the end of the game. All things considered, this should probably, well, reduce theft chance to 0, if not 0, then very close to 0, right? I wonder if that's actually ever going to be worth it. I guess it depends on how bad the penalties are for when I'm ever too low on resources, right? I don't suppose they're going to be that bad anyway. Anyway, we want this one. Yes, we want this. Let's just finally get this out of the way. And then the offering, improve their opinion, slightly reduces theft of resources again, so yeah, we'll get that as well. Obviously, these diplomacy traits are what I chose the path of diplomacy for in the first place, so there we go. And, you know, since I never got the basic level one, there, let's get that too, and we even have some more left over. Now, is that enough to get anything useful? 2% bonus to status effects. I mean, 2%? What's that even mean, ultimately? What is a 2% increase? Effect, duration, both? Either way, 2% is basically nothing. And for that, it's kind of expensive, right? I mean, 2 units of amber, it's not the easiest thing to come by. Hidden shadows, trainable ability. I don't know about this one. I guess it might be useful for my spellcasters, but I don't really see myself ever using that. A2 armor, we already got this one. That's nice, of course. This one is kind of nice, I guess, and uses, well, a little bit of almost everything. We can afford the steel, deep metal, I believe, so that's not a problem. Here I was always, okay, hold on. I'm only planning to go to 1 knowledge. That was the plan that I made a while ago. Right, for energy potion mostly, I believe. Here I'm going to go all the way to level 3. Forge Spear. The thing is, I could, of course, dedicate another fort right now. So in theory, I could have access to this, for example. You know what? The 8 to speed is actually huge. Because I was just talking about that being a bit of a concern. And I can even afford this. And this? No, wait, I wasn't going to get this one. What was I going to get? What was I talking about? Wait, 8 evasion? Oh, evasion, yes, of course. Evasion and speed. I mean, that seems pretty good, honestly. I guess I never really thought much about this, obviously. I looked at all of these, but it's been a while. Yeah, so I guess I could just go visit whatever fortress, whatever fort it is that is not currently dedicated to industry, and claim this. I guess so. A2 accuracy is also really nice to have. That's what I'm gonna get eventually. Mad Flurry, Forge Shield, Spectral Armor. A lasting shield that fully absorbs some damage. I mean, it sounds... the description sounds similar to the Resolve of the Rule, actually. Lasting, powerful resistance to all mental effects. And lasting shield that fully absorbs some damage. Huh. Could that actually be another passive effect? I mean, if so, we are going to get access to it. Eventually. You know what? That might be even better than I first thought it might be. But for now, I'm just going to move on. And this is... oh, wait, this is Edward Elsoff. This is not the person I was thinking about in the first place, and I also just ran by him. Never mind that. Where is Faalis? Was he actually down here? He's not the burning person. Oh, there he is. Okay, I was not completely wrong. Only a little bit. I found Ruud Adruil. Yes. Oh, and that was enough to level us up. Awesome. Despite only advancing the quest, obviously it's not yet done. Possibly far from done. It seems pretty involved, honestly. I mean, we'll obviously have to deal with the Geldnas directly at some point, maybe pretty soon. Ered Faalis hoped for good news. His face falls as you tell the tale. Yeah, it's not really good news. Except, I mean, yeah, Adruil lived, that's good. I wonder, no, surely that was scripted to happen, right? I don't think there was a way for her to actually die. Or was there? I mean, I obviously healed her, which turned out not to be necessary. I guess maybe we... no, I don't know. I picked the dialogue option afterwards to offer her help, but I guess she actually didn't need it. Yeah, I don't know. She probably was supposed to survive, so maybe we'll meet her later. Or maybe not. His face falls as you tell the tale. He shakes his head when he learns that the Geldnas have the plans. At least Adruil lived. Her only hope for survival now is to end this dispute. I doubt the Geldnas will bother her once the plans are in Erudiko hands. I mean, also, they already have the plans. Why would they kill her now? I guess because she knows too much or something? Fortunately, the struggle is not over. The assassins can still be kept from having the Harvester. You see, right now, they can't use the plans. Druid Adriel mentioned the worm's teeth. I guess she did, didn't she? Then that is an interesting bit of information. The worm's teeth are in the low Dhaga. Something valuable is there. I think I know what it is. Low Dhaga is also extremely convenient because that's what I was planning to visit next anyway. An assassin named Vionel took the plans. Then we know who we will get our revenge on someday. Don't worry, the Geldnas are not the only power in the row. The Erudiko have our powers and our tricks. The row will only tolerate the Geldnas bullying us for so long. Okay. Why can't they use the plans? They are flawed. When we made the new copy, we introduced errors. Oh, smart. The Geldnaz can't use them yet. We should discuss this more, indeed. So, yeah, let's discuss it right now. I would still like to recover the Harvester. As would we. We are the Erodico. The weapons we create should always be under our control until we decide who should best have them. It was bad luck that you didn't get to Adwil in time. Fortunately, we have a chance to stop the assassins. Erodico made the copy of the Harvester plans, and they were wise enough to code them with a keystone. To get the secret of the Harvester back, you should go recover the keystone. It is held by an Erud named Ardent. Tell me about Ardent. Or Ardent, who knows. Erud Ardent is an old and valued Erodico. His research has never been exceptional, but he's a brave defender of our ways. That is why he risks the anger of the Geldnaz to protect our secrets. Okay, what is the keystone? It is a code. The plans for the Harvester are wrong. Anyone who uses the Harvester plans will make a weapon that kills the user. Ooh. So maybe we should just let them make it and kill each other, or kill themselves one after the other as they try to figure out what went wrong. Sounds pretty good to me. The real flaw was not actually making a proper copy and keeping it somewhere hidden, and, you know, and the fake copy that you would just let them steal. Oh well, the keystone explains how to correct the plans. We need to get it back. So, you gave Adriel plans to make a device that would always kill the user? Of course, it is better than just giving her the correct plans for the Geldnaz to find. It is the way of the Erodico. It is the way. This is the way. This is the way, yes. Can't we just let Vionel make the Harvester and kill herself? That would be nice, but it probably wouldn't happen. Vionel probably guessed that we made a keystone for the flawed plans. Flawed plans, my god. Not prawns. Prawns. She will not act until she searches for a keystone. Okay. That is why you need to get it first. And of course, she's not going to just barely be there barely ahead of us and get her hands on that as well, and then they're actually going to make the Harvester, and we're going to have to fight her using the Harvester, and, well, her as she is using the Harvester, and so on and so forth. Well, we'll see. Where can I find Ardent? There is a bit of luck there. Adwil told you about the Worm's Teeth. That is a mountain in the low Dhaga, shot through with tunnels. The Erodico do a lot of research there. That is where you should begin your search. If you have trouble finding him, perhaps Adwil had more information back at her home. At her home? Oh, wait. Yeah, that is the instructions that I thankfully did write down. So that's where they're going to be useful. I actually had kind of forgotten about them, but then I did take the note, so there's that. Okay, so... Wait, do we now know everything? Where can I find him? Oh, yes, I literally just asked that. Okay, well, that was worth a full quest's worth of experience. Very nice. And we are supposed to go not there. Let's say, wait. All the way up there. Okay, well. I mean, as I said, though, I was going to go to the northern Low Dhaga. And, well, it's just one more quest to do there. Awesome. Perfect timing, really. Well, I will actually take a break here. Not that it matters to you, really. And, well, I suppose I'm going to use the break to finally heal up. I guess travel to the Low Dhaga, heal up. No, also do the thing I said I was going to do, which is dedicate one more fort to industry, I guess, and then come back and buy this speed bonus, because why not? And possibly also the small evasion bonus, because, you know, a small bonus, but still useful, and we don't really have other ways to increase our evasion much more. So, yeah. Anything else? I guess sort out inventory, level up, that too. Yeah, all those things. And then I guess once I resume recording, we are going to be, well, in the Low Dhaga, maybe about to enter the northern part of it. And yeah, we're going to start exploring. Or maybe, I suppose, we should probably head to the town Etsy, right? And talk to people. So I guess this is possibly going to be one of those combat-less episodes. But yeah, I suppose before we really start exploring the northern part, we should probably pick up as many quests as we can. as we usually do. So yeah, I guess that's the plan, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, we're back, and I'm actually in Fort Meadow 4, as opposed to the Dhaga, because I figured I haven't stopped by here in a while. Not really sure if I have anything official to report, but there might be a new petition, and it seems like there is. In fact, there might be multiple if I revisit a couple of times. And, of course, there might be some sort of mirror message, yes. You notice that Chief Cessus is holding court in the audience hall to the north. When she catches your eye, she waves you forward. Yes. Okay. Generic message right there. Also, I think we have a book or two to actually hand into our sage upstairs. Maybe more things that I can't think of right now. What I did in the meantime is I visited Fort Hailstone and dedicated that fort just because it was closest to the tower, and I was planning to return to the tower after dedicating, right? So that made the most sense. So I did that, dedicated it to industry, and was reminded of the fact that each level of dedication, in addition to unlocking these... Whoa, mouse, again, I didn't even move you. Please. In addition to unlocking these purchasable upgrades at the tower, also give you a passive effect. And the ones that I've basically decided not to get, or only get one level of knowledge, that is, gives you a 5% chance per upgrade level to not spend energy, I believe? Yeah, must be energy. When using a skill, which is obviously, but at 4 levels, there would be a 20% chance to use any ability for free, so that would be pretty good, but obviously that would require putting 4 points into that, and I just don't find the upgrades very good. Plus, of course, diplomacy seems like a good thing to get. Those are honestly the weakest. Like each level of that gives you an unspecified amount of, well, reputation, I guess, with the Rokaj, plus some reduction in shop prices, which is obviously minor. Yeah, so the thing is, I'm still not going to get the 4th level of diplomacy, probably. That means even if I'm buying all the available traits that increase reputation with the row, I will not be getting that final bonus just from getting the 4th point. So I hope that you don't absolutely need every little bit of extra reputation you can get to get like the best ending, if that even affects it. But I'm guessing it will. But I'm also guessing that there is some amount of leniency in the requirements there. Otherwise, that would just seem too harsh. Anyway, so yeah, I did dedicate that. I did return to the tower, and I purchased the speed upgrade. I also checked out that Hide in Shadows trait because I looked once more at, while leveling up specifically, I looked at these available things here, and I noticed, or rather I did notice first, that it says cost 1 energy for spectral armor, which, well, very, very, very likely means that this is going to be an active ability, right? In fact, and then I checked the others, double-checked the others, if any of them didn't list energy cost, and the only one, besides Resolve of the Row, I guess, that didn't was Hide in Shadows. So I wondered if that was just an oversight, but no, I actually bought it and then reloaded, so it's not unlocked quite yet. But yes, that is actually a passive ability. I guess rather than just reduce aggro of certain characters in combat, I guess this actually means it reduces like enemy vision range or whatever, aggro range, while you're not in combat. So having this might allow me to avoid certain encounters, perhaps. So, I mean, since it's very cheap to get, and obviously always available, it's like, I think it's tier 0 knowledge. So yeah, we have access to it right now. It only costs us a couple of resources. We could get that, and it might be useful occasionally, and I will probably eventually get it, but I decided to keep my resources for now. I didn't even get the that 2% evasion bonus from industry that I could have gotten, because that just, struck me as not really significant enough. I mean, sure, it's technically a 10% increase, I guess, over our 20% physical evasion for the prince specifically. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the average value for the party. But there are other things that are going to be more expensive and that I would like to make sure I can get as soon as I can, as soon as I get access to them. And that's why I'm holding on to my resources. As far as level ups go, I actually got him majorly because, well, he doesn't really need anything else super urgently. I was thinking of upgrading Haven's Mercy, and I will eventually, just to make it as efficient as possible. But yeah, I got him this just on the off chance that, and I could not find any info on that, by the way, neither in the official documentation nor in any forums, as to what exactly is considered an affliction. I mean, it kind of sounds like it's literally any debuff that you apply. Like, I mean, curses specifically are just things that can be cured with cure, as far as I understand, as opposed to mental effects that, you know, I mean, it lists them right here, like charm or fear. I guess it's charm, fear, and something? Does it say here specifically? No, but here, for example, it says poison, bleeding, and curses. So, well, I guess in the end I'm still not sure. They all have their separate resistances here. I guess there is a small chance that afflictions does include literally anything you apply to an enemy, including damage over time. And just in case it does help with that, I got it. But even if it doesn't do that, it gives us 1 extra point of energy. So, you know, eventually, once we're, you know, by we, I mean, I suppose only Chip, who's the only one who doesn't have this yet. Yeah, once he's out of other useful things to spend points on, I guess I'm going to get that for him as well, because it might be good. For him, I got level 2 of row wears down again. Not that I think that it's super good, but honestly, I'm running out of other really amazing things to get. And for her, I actually got her time warp, so I now have the option to slow. And I finally got him restoring rain. So we now have a slightly cheaper way to cure debuffs, or just a second option to cure debuffs, which you know, or group wide, that is. That seems like a good thing to have. Right, and it's already pretty good at level 1, as it turns out. Like, I mean, the healing is not terrible, but it's always going to be slightly worse, I guess, than healing wave. I mean, yes, in fact, it is just going to be straight up worse. But even at level 1, it cures 9 turns of negative effects, which seems like a lot. Seems like it's usually going to be enough. Anyway, that's that little summary of what I did. Probably took longer than when I actually did it, but, you know, that's how these things go. Let's get this out of the way. Your mother speaks with you through the mirror. Her speech is fast, precise, and annoyed. She sounds more like her old self than you have heard in a while. Atantuo, I have to spare a moment to speak with you. I have had reports from the row. What is it, mother? Remember, your choices are being watched very closely. Our foes want to evaluate the resolve of Haven. I have some feedback on your choices. I feel I should learn on my own. I will listen to and consider what you say. No, I mean, I'm mildly annoyed at the constant nagging from all my family members, but, I mean, obviously out of all of them, the Queen has the most right to nag, or to, you know, order me around. Plus, I've been trying to be, you know, cordial with her, partially because of her health, but also, you know, sure, let's at least say that we welcome her advice, no matter what we actually think. You should. You have had many chances to pass judgment on those who have done wrong. You have showed an excessive tendency toward leniency. And it is good to be merciful sometimes. It allows people to surrender to us, knowing they might be spared. However, sometimes we must punish. Otherwise, our enemies will never fear us. Did you hear of that guy I killed recently? Be less merciful. You know what, Mother? I welcome your input, but can't promise that. Does the Rokash respond well to mindless brutality? I mean... Sure, let's ask that. Some days, that is the only thing the Rokash respond to. They certainly will take advantage of any bit of weakness you show. Yeah, but you see, I'm taking all these diplomacy traits to allow for my weakness and you know, excessive mercy. So it's fine. I am being just and I will continue to do so. I mean, unfortunately, I guess it doesn't really matter what I tell her now. Because that's not gonna have any impact on any future decisions I make, right? Unless it literally takes away options to be merciful. But I doubt that. So I could just say that I will follow her advice and then just not do it. Or I could say things as they are. I mean, I know I literally just said I was gonna be nice to her and at least pretend to be a good son and prince. No, I have to follow my heart. The game at the very beginning said that when in doubt, pick your honest choice, and this is my honest choice. Your mother gives you one of her loud theatrical sighs. Okay, I was expecting something else. Something more like a loud theatrical scolding. I don't know. But it's just a sigh. Then you must learn from your mistakes on your own. Oh, I will, I'm sure. I only hope Haven does not pay too much for your education. I must go. The voice fades. Yeah, sorry, Mom, but... Well... It's what it is. Had Quanish. Sure, let's get this out of the way. A wild warrior of the Rokash is waiting for you in the audience hall. He wears the thick, decorated leather armor of the Kranas woods. Chief Cestus looks at him, perplexed. The chief is very relieved when you arrive. She says, Prince Atantuo, this is Head Quanish. He holds lands in the Kranas woods. He comes to us to ask for a boon. Cestus then looks away, avoiding your gaze. So he isn't a criminal? Head Quanish snorts. No, I am a clan head of the Rokash, trying to bring some wealth and order to the savage inner lands. Well, give me your petition, Head Quanish. Head Quanish looks at you. He is young and arrogant. You notice how well crafted and expensive his armor is. Sounds unusual for the Kranas, for sure. I am from a wealthy family of the Gentle Coast. Oh, okay. Now I lead my portion of our clan in the Kranas woods. There is a portion of our land I would like to log, providing needed wood for construction. However, I am prevented from using those trees. They are near a former sacred grove. Oh, well. I mean, if he's asking me to basically overrule the decision of whatever officials in the Kranas are responsible, or are officially in charge, then sorry, buddy. You're from the Gentle Coast, but you own land in the Kranas woods? Correct. I sought my fortune in the Rose Savage Innerlands. I purchased a healthy expanse of forest in the northern Kranas woods and moved my family and our retainers there. The Kranas woods has plenty of unsettled land waiting for the Gentle Coast to apply its industry and make it productive. Yeah, and we've seen how troublesome that can be when, taken to the extremes or past the limits. So these woods are near a sacred grove? A former sacred grove. The spirits there fled recently after Governor Event allowed other nearby woods to be logged. It is now only land waiting to be used, with permission. The laws must be respected. Why don't you just cut the trees down? Not what I would ask, but sure. The laws of the Rokash and of Haven say that any woods near a sacred grove, even a dead one, can't be cut down without permission. Haven's permission. This is to keep the druids of the Kranas woods happy, as if anything could make those backward folk happy. So whose permission do you need? The permission of a high official of Haven. Usually we go to the governor, to Governor Yvette for such permission. She usually will let claims like mine cut down whatever trees we want, as long as we provide consideration. Chief Cestus whispers, that means gifts. Yeah, thanks, I know that. Why didn't you go to Governor Yvette? Yeah, she seems like, I would expect her to accept that, to grant that request without even thinking about it. We did, of course. We didn't want to waste your time. However, every year, the size of the gifts Governor Yvette demands increases. My little clan in the Deep Woods is not that wealthy. Our governor demanded a bribe? Outrageous. Of course. Is that not usually the way of Haven? Don't your governors always demand pay for friendly judgment? Chief Sisters looks like she desperately wishes he was somewhere else. Wait, he or she? I mean, I really don't want to anger the Kranas Woods, even though it sounds to me like technically there is no real reason not to cut those trees if the sacred grove is indeed no longer a sacred grove. However, we're doing all kinds of things, right? We're basically doing all we can to de-escalate the situation everywhere. And, yeah, I think we have to pick this. Leave the trees alone. Head Quanish nods. Of course, Prince. I know the custom. If you allow us to cut down those trees, you will be paid in iron, gold, and amber. We are not a rich clan, but we are able to gift a gift that justifies your attention. I mean, I'm almost tempted. No, I am tempted to pick this option. Just maybe to show a little bit less mercy and make the queen a little bit happier, while also doing what I was going to do anyway. The thing is, you know, he's right. Offering bribes and asking for bribes are just commonplace, and it's not like he's doing anything outrageous at all. Also, this is going to make the row angrier, and again, trying to make everyone... Well, I mean, he's obviously already going to be angry, but... I mean, like this way, or by sending him away, by just turning him down, only this one clan is going to be angry. This is probably going to make everyone a little bit angry at me, so, you know, mercy it is. This is definitely not the response Head Quanish was expecting. Your guards have to drag him out of the hall by his arm. Soon his shouts of anger echo throughout Fort Meadow 4. Chief Sisters looks at you with respect. Yes. Hopefully respect. Yes, hopefully respect. Let's just assume that it is. It seems like I can get a lot of bribes around here. Well, yeah, except I'm not actually taking them, so... Well. Is our business concluded, Chief Sisters? Indeed. Thank you for your time. Alright. Now, the governors. Have I ever talked to her about Governor Yvette? Maybe not. I've entered the Kranas Woods and met Governor Yvette. Excellent. Oh. Except I guess, yeah, full investigation. I mean, how would that be necessary? No, okay, fair enough. I guess it's the same with the Dhaga, right? Where even though I've already made up my mind for you know, about Atto, I'm actually required to visit everywhere first. Fair enough, I guess, in a way. I've hunted for your books. I have, and indeed I have found more than one and not turned it in. I found a book called Erodico Earthlaw. Don't even remember that one. Harlan takes the book, dusts it off, and flips through it eagerly. Ah, this is a work of alchemy, but true alchemy, the mixing of known substances to make new substances. The Rokaj has been very active in this area. We can learn from this. Thank you so much, Prince. I will see that this is copied and placed in the libraries of Haven. I also found a book called Lies of the Dead. Harlan takes the book, dusts it off, and flips through it eagerly. What a strange book. The Mist Talkers? That is what they are called. They talk to the shades, and they have catalogued all the ways their dead elders can lie to them. How unique. So it's literal. Okay, I mean, why wouldn't it be? Thank you so much, Prince. I will see that this is copied and placed in the libraries of Haven. Well, that's it for now. Completely understandable. Okay. Well, this is obviously just the original quest. What do you need? Yeah, okay. Alright, 40 experience per book. Fair enough. I'm not even sure how many more he's looking for. I think we've turned in at least 3, possibly 4 by now. Out of maybe 5. So, I mean, we're definitely getting there. Obviously, we have not really explored a whole lot in the Letha, and obviously neither of the northern areas of the other 2 areas. So, yeah, there's Still plenty left to do. Now, inventory is getting a little bit full with all these charms, but, I mean, it's not too bad for now. I wonder if I really need to have all these scrolls with me. But again, I mean, we still have enough room to pick up any items that we'll find on your typical mission, so that should be fine. Actually, yeah, I definitely have to actually exit and re-enter the fort if I want to check for more petitions. I guess the mirror would have, if there had been multiple mirror messages, they would have all triggered one after the other as they have in the past. The thing is that just deliberately exiting and re-entering is just passing time, kind of unnecessarily, so... Oh, also there is actually no new petition. Never mind. Well, in that case, I'm actually really surprised. I thought I had not been back here in such a long time, that surely there must be more petitions, but, well, I guess not. Anyway, that concludes that for now. I also went over the quest list again, just to see if there's anything I'm missing, and well, nothing I had really forgotten about. There is that quest about the... Where is it now? Am I just blind? Where is the quest about the deep towers? Am I crazy? Shouldn't that be somewhere? Or is that hitting the Erdico? Okay, I see. I thought I was going crazy. I could have sworn the quest was actually called something about the deep towers, but never mind. Yeah, so we have that. We have access to that area, of course. We have seen it, but I decided to turn around for the time being. That is, I mean, the access to it is technically in the southern low Dhaga, so that area might not be even that high level. Also, there is the, the fiery area. Oh, in fact, that was protected by a drake. I did take a note about that, and he asked for 100 coins for allowing me to pass, which seems like not a lot of money at this point, or really ever. So that's definitely something I could go ahead and explore, just to see what there is even to do there. I mean, the timer says that we still have a little bit of time left, but not really enough to fully explore a city, not even close. So, I mean, I suppose I could actually head over here and take a look at this, for example. Of course, I have no idea how long this is actually going to take, but, I mean, let's find out, I suppose. Did we actually talk to him before? Coraclis? I mean, I know I've seen this encounter before, but I don't know if I tried any of these options. Maybe I just asked for the toll, or about the toll. I wonder if maybe picking option number 1 here might be beneficial by, demonstrating some strength, or at the very least courage. We'll see. Coraclis snorts. I know of Haven. Haven does not come here. This land is mine. I will not give it up. Not without a fight, that is. Where do you live, Drake? In the Great Ruin. It is my claim. I come out to hunt and collect my tolls. What is the toll? It is a mere 100 coins, to show respect. Pay to enter my land once, and you may enter for all times. I am a fair creature. And here we could attack. Did I do that just for fun the first time I got here? I'm not sure. That does seem needlessly cruel, though. I mean, no one has even mentioned this Drake to me, and I have no idea. I mean, as far as I know, I have absolutely no actual business in his lands. I'm only curious. So just attacking him to enter without any reason whatsoever seems a bit extreme, even if it's just a Drake. So, for now, I'm actually going to pay. You give the Drake a pouch of money. He takes it in a huge clawed hand and sniffs at it. Yes, the deal is done. You may pass. He leaps into the air and flaps his wings. The sand hurts your eyes. He flies off to the northwest. Okay, and well, I suppose that means that now he's actually going to be in his ruin if I ever feel like challenging him. You enter a blasted wasteland. Volcanic activity has made this secluded valley hot and barren. Even the Ro, who are able to survive in the harshest of environments, have left this region to nature. Yet it was not always thus. You see the crumbling remains of an old stone road, and ancient pillars rise above you to either side. This valley was settled once. I mean, that is intriguing, if nothing else. Okay, we get some enemies as well. Might as well. They are really as big as they appear to be on the overworld. Okay, they're also pretty nasty. Level 13, though. Okay, so they're not above our level. In fact, they are below, so at appropriate level. How tough are they? 260 health each. Okay, 10% evasion for each type. Can be bled and poisoned. Alright, well, I guess let's start by dashing into melee. Okay. So far, so good. You know what's coming, of course. Well, actually, I now have the means to slow them all down? Almost. I can almost slow all of them. That seems like it might be a good idea. Especially since they're actually all hasted. Of course, the question is, will I actually slow them down or just remove their haste duration? Which they can also just reapply, so not sure about that one. The alternative, of course, is just to blast them with fireballs, because they definitely cannot heal themselves. Now, let's try to be a little bit more tactical. Well, okay. That did not work as well as I hoped. But let's keep going, I guess. Stun that one as well. Walk over here. Buff, even though... yeah, Chip's health is a little bit worrying. A little bit. We do the usual thing. Oof. Okay. The poison is obviously doing quite some work on us here. So let's use our newly acquired ability. Barely enough to keep up with the damage we're taking, though. Yeah, unfortunately that haste did not really pay off, did it? And now they're too spread apart to actually be effectively fought with fireballs. That's a real shame. I mean, I can get 3 of them, right? Just trying to make absolutely sure. Unfortunately, this one has not moved, or else I could get at least 4. I mean, I suppose 3 is better than nothing. That's pretty decent damage. You can take one step and do this. Well, 3 of them are actually pretty low on health. Yeah. That was 1 crit too many, unfortunately. Now, let's try that again. Oh, of course I didn't save after entering. Because why would I? Yes, we'll pay for now. I mean, I hope that if nothing else, we'll be able to make more money back than we just paid. And even if not, 100 is really not a huge deal. Let's maybe just look around a bit more. Get some snakes. Also giant snakes, of course. Because everything in here is just going to be gigantic and dangerous. Great serpents. Yep, level 13. Actually, shoot the spitting serpent first. The large ones, with any luck, might not be poisonous, but who knows. Ooh, nice cleave. That does not happen nearly often enough. Well, I suppose I learned my lesson. I'm just gonna go ahead and Blast them all with fire. I definitely could have gotten that one if I had aimed more carefully. Specifically taken another step forward. Oh well. We can definitely kill that one. Do we need to do anything else? No, not really. So yeah, I suppose let's kill that one before it spits. Well, you can't take a step forward. I guess I could whirlwind to hit both of these. I'm just gonna go for a brutal blow. You can step over here. Actually, no, that's fine. Whirlwind again. Not quite killing this one, although the bleeding might do the trick. With any luck. Let's just hit those 4 then there. It's good enough. Nice, that one did die. Bleeding. Definitely bleeding to death. Slightly poisoned. Nice crit. Oh, what's that? Just a normal physical area attack. Okay. Not too worrisome. Okay, this one is probably also dying. Nope, not quite. In that case, let's finish it off. Okay. Another nice crit. I like it. Bloodletting, awesome. Although we're just gonna finish it right here. Much more pleasant fight than those scorpions, that's for sure. Well, it's not quite done yet, so maybe a bit too soon to celebrate. Slowed, okay, we take more damage. That's okay though. We are going to do one of these to restore us to pretty good condition again. And it's dead. She can actually drink a potion. We're gonna regain, I want to say 2 points of energy. Not too shabby. Anything here? Nope. What is it? Oh, that is the Nameless Ruin. We got what? Oh, Nilzicek and Nilzicek's Hound, whose name is interestingly overlapping his master's, even though he's, I don't know how that works. Should we? Oh, how's this? Stupid thing. I really need to try and fix it, or just get a new one. There we go. Yeah, let's just get the proper introduction here, I guess. It looks like you can enter this ruin from the eastern direction. There is a tiny oasis to the north and an open gate to the south. You're far from the first to pass through, though. Other people have left plenty of tracks in the sand. Then you get close to the entrance and see that you are not even alone. A lone Dhagan has set up a shop here. A shop? Oh, that's unexpected. He sits comfortably in the shadow of a rock overhang and has arranged his goods around a carpet. He waves when he sees you, unconcerned about the brigands and predators that hunt out here. I mean, that's extremely surprising, that is, considering what the game told me about this area being unsettled and also it being guarded by a drake. But I suppose the fact that the drake was standing there waiting for people to demand a toll from implies that there must be enough people passing through, trying to pass through, to make that worthwhile, right? So I guess maybe it's not that surprising. But a shop? I mean, for a shop to exist here, obviously means that plenty of people must just be frequenting this area, right? Or else it wouldn't be worth it. You approach the man sitting on the carpet, surrounded by a wild array of goods. It's hard to see his face, partly because of the hood of his robe, and partly because of the checkered mask he wears. Okay, can't really tell that it's checkered, but he favors you with a broad grin. His eyes flick over the insignia on your shoulder. The prince! I knew you were here, but I never thought you would visit me. I never thought you would visit me here. I'm Nilzicek the Profferer, wanderer and procurer of useful goods. We travel and trade all over the piece we call our home. What are you doing in this wild place? Well, we're running our business, as you can see, buying and selling only the strangest and most unique artifacts of the dark places of the Rokaj. We have long sought the finest of goods, for the benefit of the most discerning and adventurous customers. And how do you get these goods? Many of them are scavenged from ruins. A land so enamored of war as the Rokaj produces ruins at an admirable rate. We also buy quality goods from those who obtain such things. Why did you come to this ruin? He looks at the open gate to the south and smiles. Oh, we've been picking this ruin for years. Lost civilization, you know. Lots of peculiar stuff. Also, this is a good hiding place for wandering raiders, and we buy their salvage. And are all of these goods legal? He coughs. Legality is such a flexible concept in the Rokaj. Honestly, sometimes I wonder if we have laws at all. Don't worry, Haven. Everything I have here was legally obtained. I swear it 1,000 times. And yet you have your doubts. And also yet I don't really care. Are you from the Rokaj? Yes, Dhaga born and bred. I was raised in only the finest alleys and slums, the cauldrons in which determined row are cooked to perfection. Aren't you scared to be out here alone? Not at all. All welcome the arrival of Nilzicek the Profera. Do they now? I mean, just him and his dog? Are they enough to defend their stuff from any raiders or, say, drakes who just decide that they want the stuff without paying for it? Well, apparently he can defend himself, or else he wouldn't be around it. Know anything about this ruin? Ghosts? Oh, I'm sure any ghost in this ruin got bored and wandered off centuries ago. Scavengers have been picking it clean of treasures ever since. What about wild beasts? They avoid the ruins. Scared of something, I suppose. What about brigands? Brigands would never trouble Nilzicek and company. They are, after all, dependent on the services we provide. Are they? Okay. How do you get the goods to trade? Well, we already asked that, didn't we? Trade and scavenge. However, we have very high standards. High standards how? My partner and I like to travel light. We only want to hurt our backs carrying the most valuable, useful, or unique items. What if an item doesn't meet your standards? Then there are 1,000 low-grade fences and scoundrels who will deal with you. We have standards. Okay. You said that you have a partner? You note a quick flicker of emotion. Despite his calm, cocky exterior, something is troubling him. I do. Ezekiel has been my friend and business partner for many a year, and all this time now I thought he was actually talking about his dog. However, he is absent. I confess concern. Okay. Tell me about your lost partner, Ezekiel. He is my right arm, or more accurately, he is my fast legs and grabbing hands. He is the sneaky scavenger, and I am the cunning trader. He went into the ruins over 2 weeks ago. He has not emerged. That is extremely concerning, I would say. How long have you and Ezekiel worked together? Since our teens. Our combined skills lifted us out of the slums and into a tolerable adult life. Why did he enter the ruins? To scavenge, looking for antiquities, magic, and other treasures. These ruins are heavily picked, but if anyone could find something of value in the rubble, he could. How did you learn about this place? Bribing nomads. These ruins are so ancient that the local tribal folklore describes them as having witnessed the first sunrise. Why can't you go and rescue him? I am a trader. I'm no adventurer. Also, since he vanished, a large group of brigands entered the ruins. Didn't like their look. Don't want to be trapped in there with them. If someone could help me find him, I would put my considerable resources at their disposal. And you would like my help? Well, if you were poking around in some nice historical ruins anyway, I would make it worth your effort if you kept your eyes open. Well, I think we have a deal then. Wasn't there an option to ask him something else before? Am I crazy? I could have sworn there was an option to ask to trade with him, but I guess we have to help him first. Suppose so. Just in case, I'm gonna go through... Wait, you do have a lot of stuff, didn't we? We didn't ask that before. My inventory turns over very quickly. If you see something you like, pay me for it, and pay well, for who knows when it will vanish. Okay. Yep, option must have disappeared at some point. Okay, whatever. We're gonna help him, and then he's going to trade with us, I'm sure. We are not going to enter this quite yet, though. Okay, Nameless Rune. There's a check quest. Ooh, what is this? Wait, what is this? Obviously, we cannot just walk there. Now I wonder. No, surely, I mean, there's that item you can get, you can craft at the Tower of the Erodico. The pearl that allows you, that gives you the ability to teleport. Surely that's not like the Orb of Thrallney in the Avernum games, in that it literally allows you to teleport on the world map. Because obviously, if this were an Avernum game, then I would know what this means, that I need the orb. But surely that's not it. Well, maybe exploring. Oh, interesting. So this is just the exit. Gotcha. And that's all there is here, actually. Where are those scorpions? Should I even worry about them? Oh, really? Where are they? Huh, just gone. Or maybe they're just wandering around the entire exterior here? Huh. Who knows? I mean, I suppose technically we're in pretty decent shape, so we could just do this quest next time. Which is certainly intriguing. And yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll find out... Maybe we'll find out, or find a way to reach that mysterious door in the mountain to the north as we explore here. Of course, that might actually be... I mean, the Drake did say that he was gonna head, or that he had his nest, or whatever, his lair, I guess, in the nearby ruins. And these are ruins, but then obviously that door in the mountain is also artificial and might lead to other ruins. So whether he returned here, and we're gonna meet him here, or whether he just returned up there and we'll never see him again after paying the toll, remains to be seen. Maybe if I had decided to attack him and damage him enough, he would have actually fled there, but then there would have been a way to follow him and finish the deal, finish the fight. I might never find out. But, well, either way, I made my decision, and we're here, and we have an interesting quest to do, so we will do that next time. Yeah, timer should just about work out. And yeah, so we got some useful things out of the way, and yeah, definitely got a bunch of upgrades here that should help in the long run. And we finally explored this place, even though this is not something I had really been thinking about when I said that I was going to return to the Dhaga, but we are in the Dhaga and we're doing something here. So, yeah, you know, it's all good. As always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.